Hey guys, quick question. Did I miss something? Is McDonald's not for kids anymore? I was scrolling through Reddit when I came across this picture. Look at that. What happened? When did Ronald switch out his clown outfit for a gray business suit? That doesn't look like it's for kids. This looks like it's for kids. I mean, yeah, sure, this one looks like they used the dead rats they find under the dumpster to make their ground beef, but look how colorful it is. I'm sorry guys, I gotta start shaking my cane for this one. Back in my day, we had HIV-riddled play areas, a dilapidated Ronald would keep you company on the bench, and childhood obesity was something to be protected and treasured. Those were the glory days of McDonald's. Back when Mickey D lured in kids with bright colors and silly characters so that they could shove enough grease down their throats to give them health problems for the rest of their lives, just like Uncle Sam would have wanted. God rest his soul. These guys were pumping out stuff for kids, and my favorite thing that they ever made, a little thing called The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. Back in the day, McDonald's teamed up with this company to make a series of 6 40-minute animated short movies where Ronald and his pals would go on all sorts of wacky adventures. They weren't lying, the adventures were pretty wacky. If you recognize this logo, it's because these guys were responsible for Rugrats, Real Monsters, The Wild Thornberrys, Rocket Power, and As Told by Ginger. Quick side note, while I was looking at the Wikipedia article, I discovered that apparently they're making a live-action Rugrats movie, so, fuck that. These cartoons were distributed as videotapes that you could purchase at any participating McDonald's location. According to my sources, you only had to pay $3.50 and they'd throw in a free ice cream or a Diet Coke. Yes, thanks, I'll take 500? These tapes were wildly successful to the point where McDonald's would frequently run out of them, so you couldn't always get your hands on them. Fortunately, I was one of the lucky ones and I happened to have a copy of the first episode right here. Let's pop this sucker in. So every one of the episodes opens up with a live action intro. It starts with an opening song.
Wake up, it's another day.
Jesus Christ, why is everything so sped up? I'll tell you why, because it's the rockin' 90s and everything has to be sped up and jerky to appeal to my short attention span. Get with the times, old man. So apparently Ronald McDonald has this dog named Sunday. Sunday wakes up Ronald every morning by viciously attacking him in his bed in a scene straight out of Cujo. Ronald goes to his closet and does the classic changing into different outfits while someone is watching and shaking their head at each one until they get to the right one bit. Trope as old as time, but hey, if it ain't broke. Meanwhile, the whole time I'm distracted by the fact that Sunday is here sitting on his knees because, yes, there's a person in there. Vern Troyer, to be precise. That's right, Mini-Me himself is crawling around inside that suit. I was gonna say this role is the worst thing to ever happen to him, but we know that's not true. Oh, look, it's a spooky-themed episode for October. I didn't even plan that. So to set the tone of the episode, they open it with Ronald and Sunday watching a scary movie.
Oh, hey, someone's calling on the picture phone.
I'll get it!
Okay, what was the point of that? This is completely unedited footage. This beginning segment is so ADHD I get anxiety just watching it. They get a call from this CGI monstrosity who wants to go camping.
Call the gang and have them meet us at the car in 5 minutes.
Thanks, Ronald.
5 minutes? 5 minutes, Ronald? Ronald, what if they're busy? What if Hamburglar's got a sweetie over and they're in the middle of
Hey, Sunday, can you find that new flashlight we were working on?
Okay, Ronald. Another day in McDonald land.
Holy shit, that dog has a butthole. Why do they have a butthole? Why is there a butthole on the dog? Why do that? Don't do that. The dog has a butthole. Don't put a butthole on the dog. Ronald goes through a tube and we can all take a breath because the live action segment is over.
Ka-chow!
So all of his friends arrive to get in the talking car.
Hold on a minute, I'm carrying all of you?
You're the car?
Well, don't blame me when I sprain an axle.
Just what we need. Dual airbags and an attitude problem.
Boom. Roasted.
While they're on the road trip, the purple girl introduces the
Far-flung phantom.
It's okay, Grimace. I've been camping in far-flung forests for years.
I haven't seen any phantom.
That's because nobody's ever seen the phantom and lived.
So they just introduced the concept of death in this universe. Do you think people die from heart disease or obesity-related illness in this universe? Do you think people hate this guy because his food's the cause of it? They finally arrive and they trek through the forest looking for their campsite.
Squirrel! Come on, Sunday. It's just a squirrel.
You're right, Ronald. It's just a squirrel. A very nice squirrel.
Okay, hold on, full stop. Are we really just gonna move on like a giant man squirrel didn't just walk out of the bushes? What? What? No, that's a giant fucking man squirrel. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna double check real quick. Yeah, they don't bring up the man squirrel for the whole rest of the episode. It's just for that one little 5-second bit. What the fucking... It's a giant muscular squirrel with army boots and camo shorts. It's such a specifically designed character and it's not even in the rest of the episode. What the hell, McDonald's? I want to know more about the man squirrel. What's his backstory? Is he single? So they finally arrive at the campsite.
This is cruelty to animals.
Apparently Ronald has some sort of magic and for some reason Hamburglar wants him to use it.
There must be some way of getting him to use his magic. Now let's see if this quizzical bear call really works.
So the bear chases after them for a while, and Ronald uses his magic to send him through a magical door of magic. And then the bear proceeds to haunt them for the rest of the episode? Why? I mean, yeah, bears can be scary, but they're not spooky scary. You're not gonna get sleep paralysis and see a fucking bear at the foot of your bed. Unless it's the bear from Annihilation, I don't fuck with that shit. So they set up camp while singing the set up camp song.
Have a pleasant holiday. Time to set up camp.
Afterwards, they all chill around the campfire, and suddenly the weather starts to get bad.
Hey, this should keep us dry as long as it doesn't get too windy.
Whoa, the wind just ripped off their clothes. That's kind of rapey, more like Harvey Weinstein, am I right? They find shelter at a nearby haunted house where they sing a song about how spooky it is.
What kind of place can this be? Who could live in here? What family?
They go through the house and they encounter all sorts of puzzles and traps.
Fry Kids?
They're called Fry Kids? They don't look like fries.
Fry Kids! Fry Kids!
Fry Kids?
How long have we been falling? I don't know. My watch doesn't tell time. We'll be crushed.
How are Ronald and his friends gonna get out of this one? How are they gonna avoid being crushed? They don't. They're fine because it's cartoon logic and who cares. So they wind up in a dark room where they have to solve riddles or else they die.
What costs nothing but is worth everything? That one person can't own, but two people can share.
I know the answer.
Say it now, or say goodbye.
The answer is friendship.
Aw, the answer was friendship. That's nice. The giant ghost head disappears and they find a wire that leads them to a hidden room. Turns out this kid was behind it the whole time and he was in league with a purple girl to get Ronald inside the puzzle mansion.
Rats. Okay, you win.
Whoa, is this kid rocking a sick pocket chain?
Sorry I tricked you, Ronald. But I really wanted you to play the game. And I couldn't think of any other way.
I mean, just ask? This guy seems up for most stuff.
You still want to go camping?
Sure! I'd like to go too.
Isn't there something you want to say first?
So they all have a fun time camping, then Ronald and Sunday go back to the live action world where they go back to watching scary movies. And that was the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. Fucking great premium content. 10 out of 10. Is this a review? 10 out of 10. The greatest thing that this studio has ever made. The clown is the king, baby. So that's all I got to say about this. So, how about a word from our sponsor? This video is brought to you by My Friends Pins. What, you thought I had a real sponsorship? Come on, look at that sub count. Jesus, dude, what are you, some kind of fucking... My friend and his girlfriend just opened up a pin store and they've got 2 brand new designs sure to spook up your October. There's the horror pill for those of you who want your daily dose of horror, and the severed tongue for those of you who want your daily dose of not having your tongue attached to the inside of your mouth. He's not paying me to say this. He doesn't even know I'm putting this in the video. I just really think these pins are fucking awesome, and I wanted to share them with you guys. I'll put a link to their website and their Instagram in the description, so go ahead and check it out. So that's it for me today, guys. This channel is microscopic right now, so I'm doing a lot of experimentation. If you guys like this, maybe I'll do the other episodes. Maybe. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, folks, and always remember,